The teacher who refused to give up. That year, the school quietly circulated a list. Not a list of honors. A list of 30 students that every teacher had already given up on. Too broken. Too far behind. Too much baggage from homes that never gave them a fighting chance. One by one, every teacher found a reason to say no. Every teacher except one. Her name was Anne. First year teaching. Too new to know she was allowed to say no. The moment she walked into that classroom, she felt it, that particular silence that only exists in rooms full of children who have been disappointed too many times to bother hoping anymore. She didn't hand out textbooks. She didn't write on the board. She just asked one question, quietly. What do you want to be someday? The room stayed silent. Then a boy in the back laughed, not a mean laugh, but a sad one, and said, "You're asking us?" And didn't teach from a curriculum. She taught from wherever each child was. The girl who loved drawing got to illustrate the lessons. The restless boy who never sat still became the lead experiment coordinator. The quiet one who hadn't spoken in weeks and simply sat beside him during recess. No pressure. No agenda. Just presence. She didn't have a revolutionary method. She didn't have a secret formula. She just did the one thing no one had ever done for those kids before. She looked at them like they had a future. Not because she had proof. Not because it was easy. But because she decided on that very first day that she was going to believe in them harder than the world had taught them to doubt themselves. Some days were brutal. Kids who lashed out. Kids who disappeared for weeks. Parents who never showed up to a single meeting. There were nights Anne sat in her car in the parking lot, too exhausted to drive home, wondering if any of it was reaching them at all. But she came back. Every single morning, she came back. 20 years later, a journalist was writing a piece on education and stumbled across that old classroom list, the one labeled, "Without apology, low potential group." Curious, he started tracking down names. What he found stopped him cold. Doctors. Engineers. A social worker who now ran programs for at-risk youth. A single mother who put herself through night school and became a nurse. A man who coached youth soccer every weekend because, as he put it, someone once showed me what it felt like to be believed in, and I've never forgotten it. The journalist managed to reach several of them and asked the same question to each, "What changed everything for you?" And almost every single one, without knowing the others had said the same thing, gave the same answer. There was this teacher. He found Anne living in a small apartment, retired, tending to a garden she'd clearly been building for years. He told her what he'd discovered. She listened quietly. Set down her gardening gloves. And after a long moment, she said something he would never forget. "I didn't do anything special. I just refused to see them the way the world had already decided to see them. That's all." The lesson. We talk a lot about talent. About opportunity. About the right circumstances. But sometimes, the only thing standing between a person and the life they were meant to live is one human being who refuses to stop believing in them. Not because they've earned it yet. Not because the odds look good. But simply because someone decided, "I see something in you that you can't see in yourself right now, and I'm not going anywhere until you see it too." You don't have to be a teacher to be that person. You just have to be willing to look at someone, a child, a friend, a stranger, maybe even yourself, and choose to believe first. Because sometimes, that's the only thing that needs to happen. This is a work of fiction. All characters and events are invented. Written by Little Light Podcast. All characters, locations, and events in this story are entirely fictional, created solely to share a meaningful lesson. No reference to any real individual, organization, or event is intended or implied.
Little Light Podcast. Healing stories. Soft hearts. Better days. If this story stayed with you, share it with someone who needs it today.